Hello everyone and welcome to part 2 of the Human Tendencies series. Last week we had discussed part 1, which involved things like exploration and orientation. So this week we are looking at order and work. My name is Nkem Sinachi Agu and I'm the founder of the Montessori Home Education Academy. I'm also a certified Montessori educator. If you haven't seen part 1, please make sure you watch that after this video. So we're going to dive right in. Now, the human tendencies is talking about things that the average human, likes and tends towards. But again, it is more prominent in children, which I mentioned in the first video. So, order is something that is very, 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 very important for children. Important for everybody, but for children who are just starting out, it is even more important, right? So, order is basically having a place for everything, having everything in its place, having a time for everything and everything in its time, right? So, if you find that one moment you keep the toothbrush for them here, tomorrow you keep it in a different place, tomorrow their plates and cups are here, next tomorrow it's in a different place. When it comes to timing, one moment they are eating their lunch at 12 noon, the next thing they're eating lunch at 1 p.m. These are all disorganization, these are all disorderly, and this significantly affects the compliance. I know we're not looking for children to be so compliant, but like just blindly compliant, but when you're changing things up like that on a daily basis, you'll find that there's a lot of resistance, because it's like, oh, last time we had lunch after doing a certain thing. Now this time we're doing it before doing that same thing. All that is just impacting how they're able to focus, how they're able to go along with patterns that we have in our day. So you want to make sure things are orderly. You want to make sure that things are in a place, and there is a place they can say, this is where this thing goes. You'll be surprised. I think there was a time it was a hairbrush or something I had used, and I didn't put it back in the right place. So when my daughter picked it up, she finished using it and dropped it exactly in that spot. The spot was definitely not the right. Maybe it was maybe on the floor, on the table, definitely out of place. But she took it from there, used it, and put it exactly in that spot. So imagine if it was in the right place, right? So even us, we're all learning. Sometimes we make these mistakes, but whenever it happens, just being able to know that, okay, this is where it's coming from, it's very helpful, right? So every day you continue to try to make sure that the order, things are being put in order, things are being labeled. My book on the Prepared Environment Guide is very helpful for this. Even myself, I go back to read it sometimes. Whenever I feel like things are getting out of place or getting too chaotic, it helps me to reset. So even we all need that. Now, the second part is work. Children like to work, and their work is play, their play is work, right? So don't say a child is playing too much. Each time they are playing, they are learning, right? What you want to do is to, again, prepare your environment in a way that their play will be something that is good. It is not something that is destructive, right? Sometimes, I think it was during the Montessori conference last year, Simone Davis, the author of the Montessori Toddler, was saying that if you don't challenge your child, give them challenging activities, then they will challenge you. When you see them doing all those things, climbing all over the wall and everything, it means it is time to review your environment. It is time to review how you're engaging them or providing things that need to keep them engaged. It's not like you have to entertain them. It's not like you have to be with them every second, but being able to observe them, know their interest, they are ready to work, and their work is playing is working, it's all mingled, right? They want to be with you. That thing you're doing that you think is so much work for them, find a small section they can participate in. They are happy to do it, and it will keep them more engaged, more out of trouble. And really, that's all you need. So this is, so we looked at order, we looked at work. These are things that children need and they like. If you're aware of how to use it to your advantage, to the child's advantage, it will help them to learn, it will help them to thrive in their home and also in school. So if you're not part of our free WhatsApp community, do well to join that, because we have more conversations during the week around the topic we discuss in these videos, and feel free to share with your friends and with your family. All right, so take care everyone, and see you next week. Bye-bye.